Get it. Time for divine shot, KJ events. This real talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Nick shit, dripping in Nick shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks real talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variants, dominant. Paying homage to the cats in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, you straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. My entourage be on the job, my energy. Feeling tripping in tempo as they cook my game plan. Let my brand for loop and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that the Knicks we ain't always pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we embrace the fan base like the late Anthony Mace. We create the logo when there's airspace that appear like square space. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. There's 50 Jacksons on the court, looking pretty legit. I say the truth to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like stars divine on Mount Mars. Knicks real talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks real talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks real talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks real talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks real talk.
We here.
Here we go,
in the
let's go.
building. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it. Yo, Knicks Real Talk. We live, we lit. What's popping? What's going on with y'all tonight, man? Knicks about to get it popping at the world most famous arena tonight against the Indiana Pacers, 7:30. So we want to get it popping there. But first and foremost, let me bring in my brother, man. Let's get it popping. Shop Powers, what's good?
Salute to you, Divine. Salute to the chat. Let's get it.
Real talk. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at, man. You already know what it is. Knicks Real Talk, man. We about to get it popping. Knicks got a game tonight, like I said. I'm excited about that. Cam Reddish might be in the building more minutes because he's playing. Hopefully that's going to be beautiful for us. I'm just more looking forward to the game. Second preseason game. Knicks won the first one against Detroit, 117-96. Good performance overall to a lot of guys and something they need to clean up. But first, for me, it's the second game. Now you get a chance to prove yourself even more. You went through the first game. Now you go through the second one and see what you can make some corrections off of what you didn't do right, and elevate what you did good, man. So I'm ready to go shop Powers. I'm looking forward to this game, man. You know how they did all 82 games at 86. We're looking forward to it, but I'm ready for this one tonight. And they got my Mets out there popping in the playoffs, so it's a big night, man. I'm ready to get it popping, though.
Yeah, this night tonight is a good night for the New York Knicks, man. We're playing a bigger team tonight, bigger point guard, a bigger shooting guard. So this would be the opportune time to try, as things fall into place, man. Cam Reddish is his time to shine. He really wanted to come back in the last game when he kind of twerked his ankle a little bit. Tibbs kept him, want to make sure that he's okay and stuff like that. So hopefully we'll see what he can do if he's in the starting lineup, man. For me, this is the lineup that I want to see. I want to see JB, I want to see RJ, I want to see Cam Reddish, I want to see Mitchell Robinson, and I want to see Julius Randle. I think that is a big team. And I think this is a team that we should, start our season with.
Yeah, this is a good one here, so that's why I'm so amped about it. Cam Reddish possibility in the front with RJ Barrett, like you said, limb size, athleticism. You pretty much got some guys that's some good wings out there. RJ Barrett and Cam Reddish some really good wings to me. And I think they got the potential to be decent. We already know what RJ going to be, and I think Cam has that ability. Once he get the more time, you get the efficiency up, like you said. But this cat can do it from a lot of dimensions, man. Like even the game I watched on the first game we watched against Detroit, his defense on the fast break, his 3-point shot was there. Running the break with RJ, that was there. And the defense is there. So I just think that overall, if he could come and showcase that tonight against Halliburton and Buddy Hield and them guys and Duarte and them. And Cam Reddish to go out there and ball out. The Knicks got a good problem. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was saying before the preseason started, if that dude happened to pop for the Knicks, we a playoff team. Because he would be that piece that I think we missing that can get you 16, 17 if he get the time and at the time. So Cam Reddish is a big reason why I think this Knicks can go to the playoffs, because I just think his talent is being undervalued per se. From a lot of people out there outside the Knicks community. And so I do think that if he could pop tonight, get back off that ankle's not giving him a problem. He go out there, get you about 10, 11 points, 3 or 4 rebounds or whatever, and a couple of assists and some great defense. That'd be a good step for Cam Reddish coming to his second game of preseason. After the first one where we knocked out 1-3, but after that it was a little bit of percentage wasn't too good. But I like his overall game, the way he played that night. So I think this could be a good night for him, man. We got to see how this cat pops tonight.
Yeah, from your mouth to his ears, I hope to the front office and everybody is keyed in on this game tonight, because this could be a turnout. And like you said earlier, Divine, with Cam Reddish, if he could be the one, if everybody else could probably stay at average or a little bit above average, if Cam comes in and could exceed what his average could be or what was projected for him to be for his average, man, it's going to be something to really watch, man. Tall, lanky, strong, in the passing lanes. I believe he can hit a 3-pointer. He hits pretty good at the free throw line. He's a big guy, could go in there, rebound a little bit, play switch off on 2s, 3s, 4s. He's an all-around player, man. The biggest thing for him right now is to stay healthy. He stay healthy, and he may knock himself a niche to make sure that he always comes into play or either off the bench or starting.
Yeah, real talk. Salute to the chat. Salute to the panel. P. Nice, my brother. Cash out. Ron, always in the building. Great show last night. Ron and John had a pop.
Word up.
I got to come in here for a little bit at the end. Great show, my man, as always. You know how y'all do. That's self-explanatory. Hey, I was going to say I'm going to call Ron and John the new RJ. I was going to hit them in the chat like that. Like, yo, I'm going to call y'all the new RJ. Ron and John.
Ron and John.
Yes, sir. Y'all got to pop it. Real talk. But, yeah, man, getting back to the segment, it's just good to see some this cat can really take another step. I like the way Obi played. Obi can get a popper like him and Cam Reddish, Obi and Grimes. And quickly, I think if them 4 could get it popping, then I like where the Knicks' chances really is going pretty deep and far into at least getting into the playoffs. I really do believe that, man. So I'm hoping that all of them cats take a step and they get better. But this is the preseason. This is a chance for them to get it popping. So tonight against the Pacers, let's see what they're gonna do with Duarte and all them guys. And you still got Miles Turner down there. So they got a decent team down there. Halliburton, Duarte, Jalen Smith, all these guys. So they're gonna be in there popping. But I do think we got a nice team as well. I want to see Obi continue doing what he did with the first game. I like his energy out there quickly. I like his energy. I like so many things about the first game of the season. I'm just hoping that it can translate into tonight's game, and they keep that same culture they had Monday, and just bring it till tonight. Tuesday? Bring it till tonight. And try to get out another W, man. Because I know sometimes it might not matter in the standings, but it matters as far as confidence, and all that good stuff. So, yeah, we know preseason don't matter when it comes to wins and losses, but where it does matter is cats getting better, playing against competition, massive, working on your craft against other NBA talent. So and I'm happy that they getting to do that, man. So let's see what Cam Reddish do tonight, man. But other than that, man, listen, we get into the injury reports and all that and break it down for us. I know tonight, ladies and gentlemen, from the Knicks perspective, I tell you who we gonna put out there on the floor for the New York Knicks, and then me and Shaw Power to get back at it, and we'll talk about it on the other side. So yeah, man, I'm ready to go with that. I think it's gonna be fun night tonight. I think these guys, I'm just trying to put something up here for you guys. But I'm looking forward to the game going down tonight.
Yeah, the one thing they really have to try to do tonight is play together. Togetherness is one of the big things of this team for this year. And if they come out with running that same pace like they were doing the other, the last game that they played, if they could get their assists up like they did the last game, if they could, I think if I'm not mistaken, they scored about 30 points or so on fast break points. What we haven't seen in such a long time. 30 points and fast pace. This is a big team. I mean, this is a big game tonight. Last week by halftime, we scored about 65 points. If I'm not mistaken, Indiana's last game, they scored about 75 points and 72 points or something like that. They scored a lot in the paint. Not so good at 3-point range, but pretty good in the mid range game. I don't know exactly how the percentages worked out, but I think they had like 70 something 70 points. So we have to stay on point, stay in front of them, and Mitchell Robinson has to have an awesome game tonight.
Yeah. I think him and Miles Turner are gonna be fun. I really do. I think that's gonna be a good matchup. I really want to see how Halliburton and Brunson gonna go at it. Now you're talking about length against quickness, you know what I mean, and bully ball against finesse. So I'm hoping that the Halliburton guy, he's lengthy, but he's not a bully. I think Jalen Brunson can take advantage of that to a degree and get down in that lane and just do bully ball like that, man. Duarte and so it could either be Duarte and Quickly, or it could be Duarte and Cam Reddish, or it could be Duarte and RJ tonight. All depends which way Tom Thibodeau will go. So I think that's going to be a pretty fun matchup. Then obviously at the three, I'm not at the two, excuse me. Buddy Hill is going to be in the building, so they're going to have to move Buddy Hill to the small three. So either way it go, I think the Knicks will take advantage of that there. Then obviously Jalen Smith is a young talent guy, but he's not Julius Randle, and obviously Mitch and Evan. Miles Turner, I meant to say, I think they kind of watch each other out. So it's going to be, I give Miles Turner the advantage on maybe his shoot from the outside, but I give Mitch the rebound and dominance. They both block shots pretty well, so that's going to be interesting. And usually when Mitchell Robinson plays, he had pretty good games against them. So I think it's going to be pretty popping in the night. I think better competition than in certain areas than the Detroit Pistons had last Tuesday. Yeah, I think they got a little bit more talent, experience-wise. But other than that, I think it should be a gun game. But I think the Knicks prevail tonight, though. I'm not foreseeing them having a letdown. I think this team is on a mission. I just think they're on a mission from what I see. So it should be exciting to see that. But yeah, man. Other than that, man. On the injury front and all that, from what I've seen out there, like I said, I put out there earlier, it is for the New York Knicks and they're going to report on the bottom guys. The only one out for them is Daniel Tice, day-to-day. For the Knicks, Quentin Grimes, day-to-day. Jericho Sims, day-to-day. Who else is out there? Daquan Jeffries, day-to-day. Mahalik, day-to-day. And Fournier, day-to-day. So that's the injury report on them guys. That's going to be out there for the Knicks and the Pacers tonight. So it's not too much happening there, man. So I think we're going to be pretty healthy other than in a guy that does not play, and they're not really, other than Jericho Sims, everybody else is really camp guys or just trying to make the team except for Sims. Jeffries and Mahalik, they just signed him to a 1-year deal. I don't know how it's fully guaranteed or not. But so, we're not missing no creme de la creme guys other than Fournier, per se. Shy Powell, one of the main starting lineup guys or the rotation guys. He's about the only one missing tonight that's a rotation player from what I see.
Yeah, I'm Fournier and FIBA. What basketball was it? The FIBA league, I think it was. So I think that's the reason why he's not playing too much. He's trying to get his legs a little bit back in shape, work out some of that soreness or that playing all that basketball over there where he was and stuff like that. So and Cam Reddish is Grimes is out, still in the boot, as they say. I didn't see him on the court with the boot the other day, but they really didn't show his foot too much, so I'm not sure if he's still walking around with a boot. But like I said, this is the perfect time for Cam Reddish to shine right now. Cam Reddish come out here tonight, and he's anywhere north of 10 points or something like that. 10, 12, 14 points with a couple of assists and a couple of rebounds, man. That's going to give him a little bit more time to start in that starting unit, and we can try to formulate a new plan on how we run the second unit, who gets implemented and who gets taken out. So, Cam really has to prove himself tonight. I don't want to say so much prove himself because he's proven already. You can see that he could shoot. You can see that he could play defense. You can see that he could do. He has the tangibles and all that stuff. The biggest thing with Cam Reddish is staying healthy. So he gets out here tonight and he plays 22 minutes without twisting the ankle or breaking the arm. God, I'm just joking. And I mean, hurting his shoulder, something like that. He has a big chance of coming in the next the next game over the weekend and see what he can work out.
Yeah, real talk. He a talented dude, man. He been in the league for going on the 4th year. If he wasn't talented, best believe he wouldn't be in the NBA. I can tell you that right now. So he got game, man. I like what I like. He like I said, the way he played, he like even like I was telling you that when I watched the game, he does so many little intangibles that people don't recognize him. I mean he got talent, and that's what I'm hoping that it just come out for display tonight. I mean, that cat got talent. He does things sometimes you don't see the little things he might do with his style of play or his hustle. Like the other night, he impressed me with a lot of things, man. I'm like, okay, he got a good eye for the ball. He got good touch. He got length. He got defense. You know what I mean? That fast break, stopping that fast break, that lets me know right there that he got it in him. You know what I mean? Because that was an easy 2 point, but he stripped that ball, knocked it off his leg, and then with a turnover, I was like. And that's what we were missing. So I like Cam Reddish. Go get it tonight, Cam. I hope like you said, score over 10 points. Do some good things, man. But most of all, just play defense tonight real hard. Play defense tonight. My man Danny Salute, my brother, play defense real hard tonight. And because you going up against an offense catch. Buddy Hills can shoot the ball. The wall taker stroke the ball. You know what I mean? Halliburton can get busy. So they going up against some talented cats tonight. You know what I mean? They may young, but they talented though. You know what I mean? So. I think it's going to be a good game tonight. But I'm looking for Cam to do it, man. I don't think the whole starting lineup should be all right tonight. They're not playing KD in them. You know what I mean? This Knicks team is pretty decent, so I think they're going to come out with a victory tonight, man, for sure. I just think that I think they locked in. I just think the Knicks team is locked in. Salute to the chat canal, my brother. Salute. Your piece of the God, Allah wise. Salute to you, Original, my man. Salute to you. Salute to the chat. You know it is Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it. Divine Shaw Powers. We in here at Knicks preseason. You know what is going on, man. Indiana Pacers night at the world most famous arena. Go in there and try to get them catch the business tonight and come out 2-0 in the preseason, man. And have something else to talk about positive. That's what I love about these wins. Because one thing about when the Knicks win, Twitter, everybody positive. You know what I mean? You know how it is on Twitter. So I was like, everybody trying to get positive. That's what you want. We keep them same vibes all year. Then I think we'd be all right, man. So I think we go in there tonight, handle our business, shop Howard. I think we're gonna come out there to play, and I want to see them young cats get it popping again. If we get these cats, I would love to see us get them up a little bit, and then you can rest and start, not because they're tired, because you don't want to get a risk of injury. If them cats pop real good, Tibbs need to sit all the main cats down, at least the main cats, and just let them other cats get some more, rhythm, get some more flow going into the regular season. And get some more continuity and everything. So let's hope that they can get a blowout going tonight. Then you don't have to see too much of R.J. Randall and mention all the guys and let Hartenstein and Cam Reddish and Quickly and McBride and all them cats just get some shine tonight. It's preseason. That's what it's about.
Facts. I mean, that's one of my biggest things this year, man, with the type of team that we have in the second unit, or on the bench per se. We should be able to play the starters at just about 30 minutes a game. We don't have to burn our starters out in the beginning of these games. And another thing, if we get out to leads like we did in the first game, and if we can continue to stay with that pace and stuff like that, we will see Obi Toppin 20 minutes a game. We will see IQ 20-something minutes a game. We will see Grimes and so on, and Hardenstein, around 20 minutes a game. You know what I mean? So this is the thing. If they could run this ball, set some pace, get some assists out there, stuff like that. Look, play together. We have a great chance to win. Tonight is a big challenge because this team is projected to be a better team than they were last year, and they're coming in semi-healthy, and they're all coming to training camp together for all the players that wasn't with them last year, like the guy that they got traded there mid-season. So this is going to be one of the team. I mean, this is going to be one of the teams that's was right under us last year and could be contending for one of the spots just like we are this year. So we got to keep our eyes up. I mean, we got to keep our eyes open and our heads up, man, because we do not need to procrastinate with this team. Get them down, put your foot on their head, and just keep grinding. You know what I mean? So let's see what we can do tonight, man. Once again, Cam Reddish, tonight needs to play some basketball tonight, man. And another one big thing I want to see tonight. I want to see Brunson and Mitchell execute tonight. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, real talk, man. Y'all got chat popping. Hey, Crow Noir. I love to see that D Rose and Jalen Brunson thing too. That would be interesting right there to have Jalen Brunson and Derrick Rose play together. Man, that'd be crazy, man. So I think that would be nice. And I'm with you, Cash Out. I think my man do pop for 16 or something tonight. That would be nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
Man. Yo, but real talk, man. Salute to the chat, man. That's where it's at. You already know what it is. You Knicks real talk. Let's get a divine shot. We in the building, man.
Let's get it.
About to get it popping in about an hour and all that good stuff, man. But I'm excited. You know, like I said, with the acquisition of Jalen Brunson now here, commanding the ship. I'm steering the ship on that court the right way, man. Being that floor general, that quarterback, man. But so far we only have small sample size, but the sample size that I seen the other day, Chop Powers, give me a lot of optimism about this team just because of what Jalen Brunson is bringing to the table. I'm really excited about that, man. He was, you know, that, and I seen the way Mitch was laying down in the post. He was backing cats down in the post, and
boxing them out.
Right, a couple of times they seen Mitch down in the post, and they didn't do that last year. They didn't get him the ball when he was down there. So it's a lot to be optimistic about, man. I want to see this thing pop tonight. I want to see them cats play tonight, though. The Garden, you know what the Garden is the Garden. You know what I mean? So you know that's always gonna be. They always gonna be bringing it up in there. But them cats got it going tonight. I think somebody hit us on a great point. I meant to say it a few minutes ago. You and I think it was you or Cash or you or Canal might have said it. But if the Knicks get out to big leads and it, like he said, to dictate the rotation, now they can, you know what I mean, they can put them cats in there and let them play longer. You know, because it's really, you got a lot of unselfish guys on the Knicks. That's the culture they do have down there. You got a lot of unselfish guys. So all they got to do is get some blowouts every now and then. You really get to see all the cats play. And that's what a lot of good teams do. You know, they get them good leads and they say, okay, you know, we got this in the bag. So let's let these young brothers get in here ahead of time. You know what I mean? Like they rest them more per se. Knicks go up 10 or 12 points in the first quarter. They can take Julius Randle and Brunson and let them rest for longer. You know what I mean? They don't care. They just want to win the game. So, you know, I'm hoping that's what they can bring to the table tonight, man. That way we can see McBride and them guys get down, because Deuce McBride was on a loose the other day. Like Chuck D said, a Deuce on a loose electric wire. I mean, his cat was robbing everybody the other night. So I was happy to see that. So I think we got something going on in New York, man. Shout out, let's just hope it can translate into tonight's game and get us 2-0 in the preseason. I'm taking every win, no matter the regular season, or I want the Knicks to win. You know, that's how I think it's going to be fun tonight. So let's see what they do, man. Let's see if Tom Thibodeau and I think it's going to be on Emmanuel quickly and Cam Reddish maybe at the 2, just you know, for his time. So I mean that's a good look for them two guys to get a little bit more playing time in the preseason. Quickly and Reddish, they got that 2 guard spot to because you got Grimes and Fournier taking a rest, so they're going to get the bulk of the minutes at the 2. So this is show and prove time for them. You know what I mean? They need to show and prove. You know, and that's going to tell Tiz, well, okay, you know what? I got to give these cats some time because they balling, and that's how it was at the end of the season last year. At the end of the season. That's what made the Knicks recognize well, they already knew what they had per se, but at the end of the season, the way them young boys was playing, they had to come into the season like, listen, we got to let these cats play. So they better take advantage of this opportunity today because we got 2 guys that's out of the rotation, and I think they got to go get popping today.
Yeah, you totally correct about that, man. Salute to Pudge, nice, JJ, and here, up in here, Chef NYC. Salute to you guys for coming in here tonight. Jarvis, as always, my brother. Salute to you guys, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I just, you know, the way I'm hoping that Tom Thibodeau does this year is something similar to what we're talking about now. Get the starters out there early. Get them out there aggressively, gain a slight lead, and you don't have to push these starters into over 7 minutes in the first quarter. You give these guys more time to, you know, get their stamina back up, listen to some directions from the coaching staff, and implement them back in the second quarter and stuff like that. So this is a big way of getting everybody playing time and stuff like that. And I'm going to say this to the wheels fall off tonight. Cam Reddish, you have to be out there the whole game tonight, man. At least the whole game tonight. I don't care what else you do. you have to be out there tonight and be effective. If you're effective tonight, I'm telling you, Tom Thibodeau is going to turn another cheek for you.
Yeah, real talk. You know what? It's amazing, man, because it's this freak accident, man. Like, like, damn, I'm just running down court to try to do a play, and you in the way. You know what I mean? You're like, you in the way. So, it happens, man. But I think if he's good to go, this is big for him, man. Like I said, when opportunity knocks, man, you got to walk through that door. You know what I mean? And you can't sit there and don't take advantage of this here, man. While Quentin Grimes is out, Fournier resting, these boys better take advantage of this here, because you might not know when you get this chance again to be able to play these many minutes with a deep team like they are. You know what I mean? At every position. So let's hope that them cats take advantage of it tonight and really make an impact on what they're gonna do tonight. Because I think they're gonna pop it off. I really believe that. I think Cam Reddish gets it popping today. So, but I'm interested to see what Miles Turner and Mitchell Robinson gonna do together. That's a matchup I'm dying to see as well. Though Mitchell Robinson and Miles Turner, they probably been playing against each other for the last 5 against each other. Just Mitchell's 5th year. So they pretty much know each other's game. They've been playing against each other for 4 years now. So I think there's gonna be a good matchup tonight. You know what I mean? I think Mitch playing pretty decent, but he's going up against a much better center. You know what I mean? And then he went against Isaiah Stewart and them. So let's see what it's a good test for Mitch tonight. But I like what I've seen from him, Shot Power. So I'm hoping that he can prevail tonight.
The one big thing with Mitch tonight is he's coming back. He's coming into this year healthy. Last year, a lot of times you seen him, some days were good, some days was off. I believe that Mitchell Robinson, he's probably, his weight is probably around 265, 275, somewhere in between there. That 265, 275. He's solid. He's in shape. He's talking about the breathing techniques that he's doing. He's talking about running 3-minute drills with Derrick Rose after practices and stuff like that, just running up and down the court for 3 minutes. These are the things that we need for him to do this year to solidify his spot as our starting premier center this year. So my big thing tonight is Jalen Brunson and Mitchell Robinson. You also seen in the last game, Mitchell Robinson setting some solid screens last time. Usually you see him come up and he slides off before the point guard makes the move. Not last game. And if he continues to do that, if Jalen Brunson is showing him, listen, Mitch, come here. This is how I want you to set it. So this way, if you go left, if I go around you, you come right to the left side. If I get this man on my backside, it's me and you against one defender. And that could easily get Mitchell Robinson about 16 points a night. So, let's see what happens, man. Another thing that I would like to see tonight with Cam Reddish starting is how Cam Reddish plays with RJ Barrett, RJ Barrett with Brunson on the side. I definitely want to see Brunson, Jalen. I definitely want to see RJ and Cam Reddish playing together tonight to see what they can create out there. See if they can reiterate some stuff that they used to do at Duke. So all of this stuff that we watching tonight, it's still the preseason. I want them to win, but this is also still a preseason game. They're still the way they play tonight is not the way they played on Tuesday night. I believe they come out with different schemes, different approaches to the games, probably a better high and low game and a more up-tempo game tonight. So let's see what Tom Thibodeau puts out for us to watch tonight and see if we can just get super giddy, because the other day when I was watching the game, I was just so amped. I seen them playing and seeing how the ball was moving, seeing how Jalen Brunson was taking it to the hole and stuff like that. That gives me encouragement and stuff like that. And if we can keep this thing going on with the up tempo, fast pace. Remember, one of the biggest things I used to say last year: pace, pace, pace. If they push the pace, we win games.
Yeah, real talk. Else for me tonight, RJ's got a chance to have a big game tonight. Yes. The reason I say that because I don't think Buddy Hills or they whoever playing a 2-guard spot can hold RJ. 3-guard spot. I'm sorry about that. Excuse me, ladies and gents, just had a little technical difficulty. But I don't think either one of them guys can hold RJ. So, I think RJ should be bully balling like crazy tonight. And I think that he should be able to do that, Shot Powers, because I think them cats ain't big as he is. So, I think they're going to get him tonight. Can you take that over for me, man? Pardon me, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, totally, man. RJ, if you looked at RJ the way he was playing last game, he looks bigger. He looks bigger in his upper body. He looks bigger in his torso. He looks better in his lower midsection and stuff like that. His legs looking a little stronger. The way his arm thing goes on his arm looks like it's cutting the circulation off a little bit and stuff like that. So RJ is a big part of this, a big part of this team this year. And I believe as RJ and Brunson gets together and starts playing a little bit more, it's just going to be effortless, man. This guy is going to go to the hole. Last game, what he had, I think it was 18 minutes. He scored 20 points or something like that. That's just, to see what he can do and stuff like that. And before you knew it, I looked up, I was like, damn, Archie got 20 points. I was like, geez, I didn't even see him do all of that. He hit some open three shots. He hit some free throws. He made some drives and stuff like that. So, as they play more together, the better that they work themselves together, the togetherness. Once they get that more into and work that out and more with the perspective and stuff with the whole team, with Randall, Mitch, and everybody else who's going to be the starting unit, I believe this team is going to be a really good team this year.
Yeah, facts. Yo, salute to the chat, man. Real talk. Knicks Real Talk, Devon Shaw. We in the building. Knicks preseason game tonight at the world most famous arena at 7:30. They're gonna go in there and try to get win number 2 in the preseason. So we gonna give it all the way up to tip off and all that good stuff. But salute to the chat, man. Cash out, Jason, well, my man Abba,
Yes,
Original Remy, you know how it is. Canal,
yes,
Danny, everybody. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Y'all keep dropping them thoughts in there. Y'all got some good content popping up in there. But yeah, man, I think the RJ thing is definitely up on. That could be if anything close to 30 tonight, he could do that tonight against them. I just think that Buddy Hield, he's not a slack on defense, but he can't handle RJ down in the paint. And I know Duarte can't handle him down there. So I'm looking to see this cat really break out and have a good game tonight, man. And I think Julius Randle, him and Jalen Smith going to be interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be an interesting matchup right there. Jalen Smith with a young athletic cat who really got he got a little bit of jumping ability, but he's linky. When he was down in Maryland, I was like, man, this young boy is going to be crazy when he was down in Maryland. So, he's a good young player. He got a lot of athleticism, but I think still bully-wise, I think Randall can give him the business. So I think our front line, other than Miles Turner and Mitchell Robinson, I think that RJ and Randall should eat tonight, though. I really do. I don't from an offense perspective, you know what I mean? I think those cats will eat tonight. I don't think there's no problem with it.
Yeah, tonight is going to be. I think tonight, along with the pace, I think they will run a lot of pace tonight. But I also believe that they're going to run a different scheme on playing in the half court or on clear outs. I think you're going to see a lot of guys slide to one side and let one man clear it out. If it's RJ tonight, if it's one time RJ, if it's one time Randall, if it's one time Brunson, if it's one time Cam Reddish, I think you're going to see that a lot. I think you're going to see three men on one side and two players on the same side, and work the pick and roll and split to the basket. So this is another reason why I hope to see Reddish out there tonight, because I can see Cam Reddish and RJ running the right side of the court and everybody pushing pushing everybody else onto the left hand side and stuff like that. There's going to be some things that that I'm looking for tonight. To see the clear out game, to see the one-on-one offensive games tonight, because I believe this team tonight, I think they're going to try to play different schemes, like I said before, than what they played on Tuesday. I think tonight is going to be a more clear out game. You'll see more players on one side of the court, letting RJ and whoever else is on the corner with him, letting Randall be up at the top, and Jalen Brunson, and so on and so forth. So I think this should be a different style of game. Salute, Agent Argo.
Yeah. You know what, man? This should be a bully ball night for me.
Yeah.
Just like you said, they might need, even though they're always going to run their pace. But I think when it comes to the bully ball tonight, Halliburton can't mess with no. I'm talking about strength wise. Shot powers like Jalen Brunson can get in there on Halliburton. Whether it's RJ can get in there on Duarte. Or Buddy Hills. Our guys is more bigger and athletic tonight, so I do think that we should also keep playing our pace. But I think the Knicks should really bully that ball down there tonight and see what they can from an offense perspective. Our defense, Duarte can shoot the ball, Hills can shoot the ball, Halliburton not bad. You leave Mobley here, knock it down. Even Miles Turner can shoot the ball. Jalen Smith not so much, but I do think that we definitely got a chance to play bully ball. If you look at it, Duarte is not a big frame. Halliburton is a tall guy, but he's not a huge frame. Buddy Hield is kind of he got decent muscles to him, but I do believe that Jalen Smith, not good as he's going to be, he's not Julius Randle when it comes to girth and strength rather. And I think Evan Turner, he's a linky guy, but I think him and Mitchell Robinson might got beef nowadays a little bit more than he do, so it'd be good to see. But that should be a fun matchup. All the matchups should be fun, but I think the Knicks should play, like you said, play with a different type of pace tonight and just pretty much go bully ball at these cats tonight.
Isolation tonight, I believe so. And I also believe, Miles Turner used to get a little bit from Mitchell Robinson last year because he was a little lacking speed. I don't think he's going to be there tonight. I think Mitch is going to be on him like white on rice tonight, man. Wherever Miles Turner go, you're going to see Mitchell Robinson there. You're going to see Mitchell Robinson intimidate people driving to the hole as well, as he does very well. So I think, I don't think I'm hoping that we don't. Like I said, I believe Indiana last game they had scored about 70 points or 60-something points a little bit more than what we scored. Our first half last game was 65 points. I think at halftime we were up by 65 points. I think they did a little bit better. The last game that they played, I think it was around 70-ish or something like that. So I don't think they do that to Mitchell Robinson. I think Mitchell Robinson is going to dominate tonight. I think I'm really optimistic for Mitchell Robinson this whole year, staying healthy, just as Cam Reddish and once Quentin Grimes comes back. Once we get our guys all healthy and stuff like that, we are hard out every game. New York City gritty committee.
Yeah, real talk. For me tonight, like Miles Turner. See, Miles Turner, he's a finesse guy. Here's one thing I'm confident about with Mitch is in shape. That if you go out to that 3-point line, Mitch can go out there with no problem. Mitch had his whole career. And so if Miles Turner, don't get me wrong, last year a couple of years when he wasn't healthy, my man was taking him out there and he was knocking him down a little bit. But I think with a healthy Mitchell Robinson, with his athleticism, he's just a freak of nature to a degree. If he can go out there to the 3-point line and guard my man now. But at the same time, also Miles Turner is not a good rebounder. Never was a good rebounder. So I think from a rebound perspective, I think Mitch going to eat on the glass offensively all night. If them cats miss some jump shots tonight, Mitch clean it up. Because Miles Turner is not, he's not a good rebound. He's definitely a damn good shot blocker though.
Yeah, that is.
He's a good shot blocker, but his rebounding prowess is not there. So I think Mitchell Roberts is going to have advantage on that, and that from that perspective tonight in the rebounding category. But Miles Turner should block shots with the best of them. But in that situation, it's interesting because he really want to get out of there. They kind of want Miles Turner out of there. They that I guess they wait for hopefully they thought the Westbrook thing was going to pop off. But I thought if they would have did the Westbrook for my man and Miles Turner with Buddy Hield, that'd have made LA good, even better. So, but not that it's about them, but I'm saying just from a talent perspective, I think Mitch can get it down though. I think he can hold it down tonight. And like they both got skill sets that one don't have, and so we're gonna see who's gonna pan out the most. It's like a running offense against a passing defense. We're gonna see which one gonna give in. You know what I mean? But I think Mitch gonna come in to play tonight. So it should be a fun game tonight. I like all the matchup shot power. I like that center matchup. I think the one that to me that the clear given to me is I think RJ and Randall tonight. I think they got their positions on lock. So from a size perspective, from a skill perspective, I like Buddy Hield. He can shoot the ball from out there. But other than that, I don't think he can hold them guys. I don't think Buddy Hield and Smith can hold RJ and Randall. So I think that's going to be a fun matchup as well. And I like the Halliburton matchup. Him and I like the Halliburton and Brunson. Because Halliburton got that height, but Brunson got that quickness and that depth. You know what I mean? And so I'm really interested to see how they're going to do that when it comes to that matchup there. But I think it should be fun though. It's going to be some good competition there. Real talk. But I think we should take advantage of the wing position tonight for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. Salute to International Andy up in the piece.
My man,
Salute
good.
to my man Eddie Alvarez out there too. Listen, tonight is going to be something to watch, and I really ready to see how this team turns it up on the team. This is the team in our in the East, and we just have to we just have to play basketball tonight. And also, Knicks fans, just remember this is a preseason game. This is not the season game, but we do have to, set a precedence to some of these guys to let them know that we're coming in here and we're coming for blood this year. You know what I mean? I hate to be so blunt about it, but I think as a Knicks fan, I said this earlier. I believe we should at least get at least 5 more wins that we had last year. You know what I mean, to bring us around 42. But my top number for them is somewhere around 47. You know what I mean? I think with Jalen Brunson and everyone saying healthy, I think a lot of people underestimate what Brunson could bring to the table. So with that being said, man, I just think we're gonna have as the season goes on and these guys get more acclimated with each other, I don't see no reason why we can't be somewhere around 42 to 45 wins, 42 to 47 wins easily.
Yeah. A lot of people in that 39 and up. I think I was listening to Ian Beckley on Nick of Time show a little bit last night.
Facts.
He had 39 wins. I think it's a different thing than that. I think this team is a little better than that. I think we better than last year because of health reasons and because of the acquisition of the point guard situation in New York. I think that makes this team just a notch better than that team last year. And we took that team to 37 wins with a broken down team. I mean, not when we broke down, I meant an injured team, part of my French, my language, but I mean, for like the guys who was hurt last year. So I'm a little bit more optimistic, Shaw Powell, about this team compared to last year just because of all the variables, the injuries, the foul shooting, like we always say, the pace. I think all that gets better. The guys get another year under their belt. They're coming in with a little bit more experience. So you got to take all that into account. So I'm really thinking that hopefully all that translates to us getting to the 40. I have 45 wins this season, and I'm hoping that I think this team is capable of doing that if everything comes to fruition like it's supposed to, and they connect the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, togetherness.
That togetherness. I think Tibbs got them playing good defense. That defense maintained. They play like they played in summer league, like they played the other night. I think that defense alone will keep us in a lot of games. And if them now, I think they got 3 guys in the starting lineup, literally, who could put the ball on the floor and go get it. Julius, RJ, and Brunson, they can put the ball on the floor and go get it. They can get a bucket. And I think Fournier, with that shooting the beat still around or whatever, if you need a 3-point dagger, he got you right there. So Grimes got you, quickly got you. It's gonna be interesting, man. Like I said, it's gonna be tough, but tonight I think it should be a fun game, though. I really do. I like that because you want to go into in the regular season playing some pretty decent people, so you kind of got a taste of some real talent. And them guys down in Indiana got some good talent.
Facts.
Let's see if the Knicks will put it all together with the Shaw Powell and get a W tonight.
Yeah, that's it right there in a nutshell, man. My people's in the chat, man. When if y'all can, hit those like buttons, man. Subscribe to us, man. Try to help us out, man. We getting close to that thousand mark, man. Help us help you to help us to help you, or however that saying goes and stuff. Salute to Sherwin in the tag. You know what I mean? I just, like I said, man, I just hope that we can get out here tonight and play some ball. You know what I mean? Play some gritty basketball. And like I said, I also believe that we change up. We change up the way we play basketball tonight. I think the basketball is not going to be played similar to what we played on Tuesday. I think tonight is going to be more of a semi-half court game, and you're going to see a lot of bully ball tonight.
Yeah, real talk. I got Mr. LaFleur in the building.
Yes, sir.
Louisiana is in the house with Knicks Real Talk. My brother, my peoples, man. What's good? How you doing, bro?
Doing good, Divine. How you and Shaw Powers doing? Well, of course, y'all doing good, man.
Good to see you, brother. Word up, man. I told you I will open it back up pretty soon. You in here, and I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, man. Happy to see Knick basketball again. That's all.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
yes.
most definitely, man.
What do you think about this team overall?
Shout out to the guys, man. To the guys and girls up in the chat, man. They always got it popping. Yes, my man Sherwin.
Yeah, don't care.
You know what, man? But well, actually, Sherwin do have a little point about what he was saying. And you too, Divine. It's just with that guy Mouse Turner, man. It's just for some reason you'll look at him overall how he plays during the season, And it's nothing like when it comes to playing against
The
Mitch.
Knicks, right?
For some reason, he gets
Playing
up
against-
for that game, man. So if that trend doesn't continue, and I've been waiting to see that athleticism from Mitch, like I've seen it like his rookie season, I've been waiting on to see that come back. And I was hoping injuries and being hurt may have not took it out of him. But I believe if he's finding his right conditioning and his right weight, and that athleticism and movement show up, then I'm not worried. But if it doesn't, I'm a little concerned.
Yeah, we're gonna see tonight. We're gonna see
right.
that much because that's a good matchup. I like that matchup, man. He was Miles Turner was all these one of them guys people wanted on the Knicks. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I was out there for years since we had Mitch because of the injury. But I think Mitch got that money, man. I think Mitch ready to do it. And that first game, look what he did in the first game. I mean, listen, 3 or 4 blocks, running the floor on a fast break, like you said, rookie Mitch. Jumping in the lane, getting steals, finger rolling. That was rookie Mitch right there. So if that's what it's going to be this year, and I like that he got in the post a couple of times with Jarvis and Shaw, and he had spreaded his wings. I'm like, now you got somebody like Brunson who's going to see him. That's going to be interesting. Hey, Andy, you got a point there, brother. I know Miles Turner do be working out with Julius, Andy. That's what's crazy because Miles Turner, and like I said, if the Lakers do that deal with Miles Turner and Buddy Hield for Russell Westbrook. That made the Lakers much better. That would be much better. You know what I mean? No offense to Russell Westbrook. That's a Hall of Famer. But just because of the situation and the point guard, you got Dennis Schroeder. They got all these
Patrick Beverly.
Yeah, Patrick Beverly. Yeah, so that might be the move for the Lakers to get rid of him and bring in these 2 cats. They need a center who can play with AD. I think Miles Turner AD would be pretty nice. You know what I mean? You could put AD at his 4 spot, let Miles Turner play the 5, LeBron at the 3. That's a pretty good front line. So I think Miles Turner would make a big difference in LA. But let's hope that tonight Mitch give it to him. But yeah, Andy, you're right though. He's been really working out with Julius Randle. That's why you always thought that thing could have happened. They both from Dallas. Job Powers. That thing was gonna be impossible.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man. Last year, like everyone said, when Miles comes to play the New York Knicks, he wants to hit 18 3-pointers or something like that. He wants to be balling out and doing all that stuff. Last year, he did that, on the cusp of Mitchell not being as healthy. I don't believe that happens tonight. I don't believe that happens tonight. I don't believe that Miles Turner is going to have one of those echelon games like he had last year against us, hitting like 7 3-pointers or something like that. So let's see what all goes down. Let's see how this works out. And I believe we got a good game. We got a really, really good game to watch out for tonight. Salute to D Coolest 718, my guy. Peace out there.
D Cool. Yeah, man. Hey, Sharon, I think Charlotte's pretty much a wrap. I think their defense was suspect last year. That's why they didn't do nothing. Cleveland gonna be a beast. I can't even flip. I can't front. Toronto got them. They just got a good team. They got all them the wings down there. But I still think that this team got better. So I do think that and like I said, the season's not dictated by so much. Anything can happen in the season. You know what I mean? Things just can happen. You know what I mean? A team fall out, somebody fall in. Because that it's not a perfect world in basketball or any sport, so you never know what happens to a team. But I do think the Knicks, because of the chemistry, the cohesion, the time playing together, coming into camp 100%. This is not this team locked in like the last year 2021 team. These cats coming in shape. They got a game plan. They missed the playoffs. They probably yancy about that. So not being a homer, just being real talk. Sometimes people get hungry after a while. Like the Knicks is hungry because of what happened last year at Jarvis, knowing that they should have been in the playoffs. Everything would have went the right way. The injuries, COVID, whatever, and they know they could have went back to the playoffs just like the year before. So I think this year they got that chip on their shoulder. It's all about the East is deep. I mean, the East is deep, but I think a lot of people got a lot of star talent in the East. But how many good teams? Because I think for me, like I always tell Shah, just because you got some superstar starters, don't mean your whole team is good. You know what I mean? And a prime example, look at, like I always say, KD and Kyrie, superstar talent, but what happened when that better team beat them in the playoffs last year? They swept them. You know what I mean? So like you look at Chicago and them, they got Levine, they got DeRozan, and they picked up some guys, but overall, is their team good? Vucevic, can he play defense now? He can score, but can he play defense? So I think a lot of these teams like even Miami didn't do too much this year, Jarvis. They didn't go out there and go big game hunting. They lost PJ Tucker. So you talking about Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, Oladipo, and he got. I don't see that Kyle Lowry. I do not see them teams that better than the Knicks, though. I think the Knicks would beat any one of them. I just think the Knicks would beat any one of them cats on any given night. So that's why I'm more optimistic about it, because I think we're healthy, more talent. Got a point guard, which we've been cramming for almost 20 years, instead of 2018 when Derrick Rose first got here. So I said a lot of things that make me excited about it, because I think this team is better than last year, especially Mitchell Robinson coming into the season healthy, not off a 9-month hiatus with a broken foot, couldn't play training camp, couldn't get practice or nothing. And the first time he played was going into the first game of the season. Now you got a Mitch coming out the door healthy, fresh, got his money. So I just think this team, and Jalen Brunson here, RJ looking shape, Randall looking shape, Quickie looking shape, and they all got something to prove, and that's what I like about this team, Jarvis, for real.
I'm kind of thinking also about another team that hasn't been mentioned as much as I'm just kind of wondering about how Chicago Bulls going to fare, being that Lonzo Ball is not turning out to not be healthy right now. How is he going to be implemented back into playing with them or whatever? I really don't know to the extent of what's going on with him, but and then on top of that, you know, and then you got Brooklyn Nets. I mean, how is Ben Simmons going to fare? Trying to fit himself back in. So there's question marks that other teams have that people is willing to give more of the benefit of the doubt to. I don't have no problem with saying those teams is considered possibly maybe better than the Knicks, but I will say this. I see the Knicks with more focus, mindedness. Jalen Brunson makes a big difference at that point guard, how he gets shots for people like RJ, Julius, Mitch, what have you. If this team has come together with their chemistry, continuity, and things will begin to continue to go good on the defensive end with the efforts that you have seen, like with like in the summer league, and like what they was doing like something similar to the last preseason game. This gonna be a problem so forth as competing. Now, at the end of the games, we'll see if it turns into wins or not. But I believe that the possibility is there for us to pull out games that people don't think that we're going to win. And the things that I'm looking to see is the teams that is believed that we should beat. Will the Knicks beat them? Will you play up and down in your competition? I see a little bit more focus and a little bit more hunger and dedication toward or like playing with a purpose. So I don't think you're going to have letdowns in that regard. So I see the fact that if the Knicks don't win certain games, it's because the other team just proved to be a better team that night. I don't see it to be just them little letdowns like that. And man, with as hard as those guys been working, you just gotta believe they're gonna improve as hard as them guys been working. So, and then another thing, if we hit free throws at a better clip, I see us winning, man, at least 5 or 6 to 7 more games.
That's it right
a
there.
Better point guard playing how we setting up the offense. That might be another 3 to 5 games. So, I don't want to predict any games this year, how many games, because it's really irrelevant. But man, I believe we in for at least a competitive season.
Right.
Yeah.
I believe we're going to compete, and I believe we're going to compete better than what people think, man, that we are. And you know what? You can't get overreacted, carried away just from one preseason game. I get all that. I get the improvements of the East, but I see certain little things that even that you named, Divine, with PJ Tucker leaving, and what happened with Miles Bridges over there in Charlotte and Lonzo Ball in Chicago. Some of these teams can take just enough step with it back to where them games can go either way.
Yeah.
So I say this, man. There's a lot of optimism with our Knicks. So I'm gonna hey man, I'm riding with them. I'm supporting them. I'm believing in them. And whatever happens in the game just happen. We'll see.
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah. Shout out, for me, like I said, it's a lot of variables you could take out of. Like I said, Charlotte's not a defense team. Chicago's not a defense team. Them cats got scorers, but you know what? They also give up points. You know what I mean? And not having Lonzo Ball, Vucevic could score, but Vucevic give up points. You know what I mean? Levine could score, but Levine give up points. You know what I mean? You talk about guys, a lot of teams who got a lot of offense talent, but they defense side of the ball ain't there. You know what I mean? And that's Charlotte's Achilles heel, period. You know what I mean? They got LaMelo Ball on them, but they don't have no defense. You know what I mean? And I think that's huge when you're going into the playoffs. And like I said, the Knicks did that on a 37-win team last year. 37-win team. And look at all the things that went wrong against us. Like Jarvis said, the free throw shooting. Knicks as a team last year shot 60%. Not because they're not talented, because the year before they shot better. And a lot of things just didn't go right. Like you always say, Shot Power, we didn't shoot good from the 3-point line last year. We was up there in the top 10 for as field goal percentage, but we didn't shoot good though. But look at our free throws, 60-something% as a team, and then we shot 40% from the floor as a team. So I don't think they do that this year, like you said. So that's why you got to kind of say that the Knicks can be better with a point guard who's going to make all that situation easier. You don't have to worry about Alex Burks not knowing where to find Randall at or find Fournier at or find. You don't have to worry about that this year. Then you also don't have to worry about like the defense side of it. Now you got Mitchell Robinson healthy. You got RJ got another year. Randall in shape. This team is more better than they think than last year without Derrick Rose. Without Nerlens Noel. I can't say this enough, guys. Without Derrick Rose, without Nerlens Noel, without Kemba Walker, we still won 37 games. And you talk about how much that messed up the whole chemistry of that team. It hurt the Knicks when Nerlens Noel went down because you had nobody backing up Mitch. You know what I mean? It hurt when Kemba Walker couldn't play. You had to slide my man into the starting point guard and out. You took his production off the bench for the Knicks. So you lose his production, you lose Derrick Rose production. He was scoring 12 points a game last year. Derrick Rose was scoring 13. You lost 25 points out of the back of the back of the second unit. And then when you brought that guy into the first unit, they still didn't do too much. So I think this team is much different than that. And I think they're gonna get it popping, man. And I think people gotta take all the variables. You can't say because of talent. Julius Randle is a talent. The cat 24 and 11 one year. Last year he had a bad year, still put up 20 points a game, almost 10 rebounds and 5 assists. That's talent. Ain't too many people could do that in the NBA. Shot Powers. So that's why I said, I know us as Knicks fans, we like to get on our players and not think they good, but you cannot tell me Julius Randle's not a talent. You can't tell me RJ went from 14 to 17 to 20. Look like he about to go to 23 this year with more efficiency. You got to put all that into play to say that the team is not good. Them cats if they wasn't good, they wouldn't have got the bag. You know what I mean? The Knicks wouldn't have given them cats the bag if they wasn't good, Shop House. So I think they sleeping on this team. Because I think RJ got almost 27 million or whatever million because he talented. Julius Randle got 100-something million because he talented. Jalen Brunson got 100 million because he talented. You know what I mean? So I think that's a different story. Knicks 45 wins for me. No question about it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I guesstimate what we're going to do this year, with what Brunson brings into the fold and stuff like that, and how RJ is going to play this year, what Randall's going to do this year, how Mitchell's going to play, and so on and so forth. Just like, I believe this team this year being together can beat a Cleveland team this year. I believe this team this year playing the way they could optimistically play. I think they can beat a team like the Hawks this year. I believe it's a couple of teams down the line that people put in front of us, like Toronto. I don't think Toronto has nothing for us really this year. I don't believe the Bulls have much for us this year. You do have some teams here that's going to be in the higher echelons in this Eastern Conference this year. Yes, this is true, but this is a whole different year, and you don't know how these teams are going to put themselves together. I'm being optimistic about how I believe that the Knicks are going to play this year, but these guys that we're talking about from last year, the way they played last year, all these teams didn't play much better than the Knicks did last year. They didn't play much better. With a bad, you were saying this, Divine, and I want to reiterate this real hard. We did not have Derrick Rose. We did not have Noel last year. Kemba Walker was an in and out type of person last year. We sucked at free throw shooting. We were terrible at free throw shooting. Our pace was one of the lowest in the league last year. And we still only we played 37 games. We were only 5 games out of being a 500 team. Well, all of the things, we lost 10 games easily by just missing free throws. We missed 2 or 3 games by not having enough players to play the games. We missed some games that we had the lead and we lost the lead because we didn't have a closer. But all of those things that I just mentioned, we have this year. Jalen Brunson is a bona fide closer, and if you don't believe it, watch what he did with the Mavericks last year. See how when Luka was out, them 16 or 17 games, how he played was scoring around 23 points a game. If he could bring that to us this year, if he could do that this year and take us into a play-in and elevate his game in the play-in to bring us to the playoffs, we're a better team. And I believe that there's some teams that are stacked up against us. One or two. Some of these teams that we're talking about right now only beat us out by 5 games. 7 games. With the terrible year that we had last year. So this year, I think everybody's coming back healthy. I think everybody's going to be going to the gyms after the games like they used to do 2 years ago. You see these guys. These guys are, what did you call them the other day? The 6-pack crew or something?
6-pack crew. They all ripped.
You know what I mean? Everybody ripped this year. Everybody came back in shape. People lost weight this year. Everybody looks. We don't have to worry about Julius Randle. Last year, starting the year last year, his wife was having a baby, so he wasn't in the gym like he was this year. Not this year. And I believe that those changes that we have, plus these guys are coming back together. Together is going to be my whole saying of this year. I think we're going to be a better team this year.
Yeah, real talk, man. Before I pass the Jarvis Sherman, you know why the Knicks were last in the NBA in assists last year? Because they wasn't shooting the ball. Their percentages was down.
Yeah, they couldn't hit the basket. They couldn't hit the balls.
If you don't put the ball in the hole, you ain't going to have no assists.
Ain't going to get no assists. Facts.
So it wasn't because they wasn't playing a good offense, because their whole team shot 40% last year, just about. That's terrible. You know what I mean? So obviously the assist number is not going to be there because they wasn't shooting the ball well last year. They didn't shoot well from the 3-point line, kind of like 36, 37%. They only shot 40% from the floor, or 41 as a team.
And 50-something% at the 3-point line towards the end of the year, got up to about 69.
Yeah, like
terrible.
I said, yeah, absolutely, Jarvis. Well, that's the reason why I said if we could correct a lot of them things, I still think that this could be up, be out of the play-in. Because I do think, to me, this is my personal opinion. I'll pass it to you. Brooklyn, because of the power they got. Boston, Milwaukee, and Philly. I think them 4 is probably the locks to me because of their talent, they superstar talent, whatever. They got superstars on them teams. And then I think anybody after that, the Miami and Cleveland are 5 or 6. Anything after that, to me, is a cat race. I just believe that. I don't think these guys up in that. After you get past Milwaukee, the creme de la creme with the superstars out there with Antetokounmpo, KD, Joel Embiid. You know what I mean? And who else am I missing there? It's one more team. Oh, Jason Tatum. After that, you don't got superstar-driven teams down there. You got talent down there. But like Cleveland don't have no superstars. Toronto don't have superstars. A lot of them guys got good teams as well. They got talent, but they're not superstar talent. That's why I think Julius Randle and RJ Barrett just because any one of them teams players down there.
Facts.
That's why I gotta say that I think that he's got a good puncher's chance to make some noise this year if everything aligned the right way, I guess.
And you could possibly be right, but also Divine, I'm kind of keeping my eye on Philly a little bit. Because I think a lot of their success and how they relieve Embiid a lot is going to depend on how James Harden bounced back. Because being from the injury that he had, and then also if you look at him last year, and then maybe it could be just due to him not being in the best of condition. But he looked at a step slower, looked like he wasn't able to get separation, like talking about. And then with them rule changes that was happening, it was affecting how he was drawing fouls and able to get to the free throw line. So you got some factors to consider. Would that consider affecting Trae Young too? But and I think Trae Young has probably learned how to adjust now. But I want to see what happens with James Harden because
Right.
if he ain't right, Philly gonna get eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
If he not right, because he got to be that other punch to help Embiid, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely.
From a 1-2 punch standpoint, I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Them teams that need up front, what's the difference with them? They got somebody who can carry them. You know what I mean? That separates.
Yes.
These teams like Cleveland, the Heat, and all them, they got good teams, but they got Jimmy Butler pretty much the closest thing out there. One thing about them teams up top, Antetokounmpo can carry that team. Embiid can carry that team. KD can carry that team. You know what I mean? Jason Tatum can carry that team. The guys like Levine them can't carry a team. They need the players around them to get. So that's why I said anything from 1 to 4 to me. After that, it's anybody's game in that for that 5 on down spot because them cats don't got cats who carry teams. They just got guys who got talent. But them big 4 up there, them superstar, they carry a team. Even when your team suck, they could put you on their back and take you to a win. And that's why I think after those 4 teams, I think it's wide open. Because they say hypothetically, if one of the Chicago players or one of the cats go down, then their team is mediocre. You know what I mean? They become mediocre. Whereas if you lose a certain player, the Knicks got a pretty deep team. Even if you use RJ for 30 games, I think between Cam Reddish, Quentin Grimes, they can make up for that a little bit. You know what I mean? They probably won't affect the game, but they can still get there. As a unit, I think the Knicks can still survive an injury. And that's why I got this team pretty much high up there. You know what I mean? Because I think they can survive an injury because they that deep. If Fournier go down, I think Quentin Grimes can come in and give you what Fournier give you. I really believe that because his defense is shooting. So, you know, that's why I'm optimistic about it. I just think that they got a pretty good team down here. And we'll see. It don't matter until you throw the ball up, you know, but I do think this team is better than last year's team. They got a better point guard. They more hungry than last year. They didn't have that chaos with Fournier, Kemba Walker, new to the team. Didn't even fit, you know what I mean? So I don't think we have all that. So I'm on paper. I'm thinking the Knicks got a good team.
Yeah,
salute. It's amazing you mentioned Fournier's name because, be honest with you, I just was under the impression that by now he may have been traded, but since he hasn't been traded, man, I mean that makes them still deep and have that log jam. But at some point they're gonna have to trade somebody. So whether or not they're trying to do this to figure out what they lineup is really going to be going into the season or not from preseason, and whoever wins out, or just looking for certain guys to up their trade value. However it be, we'll have a lot of depth, that's for sure, at certain positions. And one person that I hope they really make use of, the Knicks I'm talking about, is Hardenstein from a passing ability standpoint. Put that cat at the top of the key, man. Let him, man, he'll eat you up with them backdoor cut passes and all that. Where people cuts and runners, you see even our possessions pick up, which is also pace. Possessions, as well as running up and down the court, man. This team is it could be interesting, but I am so happy about just what I see the impact from Brunson is, and this guy ain't played nothing but one preseason game
and a couple skirmishing games on the outside. I want to also give a big shout out to Fabian out there because we talk about Tatum a lot, but Brown surely held that team down as well. You know what I mean? So I want to say that too. So salute to you, Fabian. I mean, we just got to watch and see what we're going to do this year, man. You know, as like I said, this is just preseason right now. The game's probably going to kick off in about another 20 minutes or so or something like that. And we just got to be optimistic. I'm staying optimistic. I hold the Knicks, you know, I hold the Knicks close to me, man. You know what I mean? So I think that this team is a different team than it was last year. We don't have all the hiccups that we're starting off the season with right now. We do have Grimes as a hiccup right now, walking in a walking boot. We do have a little hiccup with Fournier just playing the FIBA, the basketball that he just played, and he needs to sit out to rest his body to wear out some of that soreness that he got right now. But aside from all of that, man, the rest of the team has been together for a couple of years, and I believe this team is hungry, and I think that they want to win this year.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, everybody give a shout out to my man Fabian in the building. Fabian,
yes, sir. Happy physical, my guy.
brother. Salute to you.
Fabian Williams.
And hopefully the Knicks get a win for you tonight. So salute to you, man. Happy born day, man. Happy birthday, Fabian. Real talk. But yeah, man, you know what? For me, like I said, when you just brought up the Harkenstein thing real quick, think about this here. We didn't have that last year. See, this one.
No, we didn't.
We did not have that last year. Nerlens Noel was absent. He was missing in action because of injury. But now you got somebody who can relieve Mitch. Can also score. He scored the points he scored in the game the other day. Nerlens Noel never scored that all season. I mean, so it's a lot of things that's different than this team last year. We didn't have a backup center, and my man Jericho Sims was raw. When I mean raw, he was raw. So now you come into the season with a backup center. That makes a big difference. You know what I mean? When it comes to energy, defense, not really wearing Mitch out because he got to play long minutes because he ain't got nobody to back him up. It makes a big difference when it comes to your team being able to maintain through the course of a game. So that's why I said the Harkenstein acquisition was huge for the Knicks. One of the most underrated signers in the league to me this year. Because I think that cat coming in behind Mitch, who can block shots just when he need to, stretch the floor, pass at the top of the key with he's a hustler. You know what I mean? We didn't have that.
Yeah, he brings energy, Divine. He does.
Yes,
I got to give the Hartenstein props. I didn't know a lot about Hartenstein, but from when I look at him, I was like, okay, man, this guy's bringing an element that we didn't have last year. He came as advertised in a certain way, and so far he's looking the part. If everything goes good and it continues, man, I tell you what, man, as long as the quicker they develop and maintain continuity and chemistry, the better you're going to see this Knicks play. So the thing is, I think what would be key for them is I want to see them get off to a good start, though.
Pace.
I want to see them get to a good start, because what I would be concerned with is if they don't and they start really losing some games, sometimes even if Tibbs was purposing to do certain things just slightly different, all habits die hard, man. What will he resort back to?
We'll
if
see.
It not happening in a positive direction.
Right. Yeah, I think they're gonna be all right though, man. We got to see. Like I said, you can't say nothing till the ball is tossed up in the air and they start getting it popping. But I'm pretty good with them. I'm good. Because I have to be optimistic because I'm just an optimistic person. But I also try to be optimistic about the truth and the facts and the numbers. Numbers don't lie. You know what I mean? And no matter what it is, numbers don't lie. You know what I mean? 1 + 1 is 2. That shit don't lie. So I try to deal with the numbers. I try to make sure I'm always dealing with the numbers, not getting too emotionally high, too emotionally low, and not getting feelings and emotions in a way. Because that's the case. I say the Knicks are going 82 games in a row to be undefeated. That's not reality. So I don't get caught up in emotion, but I do try to say, what, we also got to look at things that happen that you might didn't even see. Why did the reason why this happened? Because this happened. So you guys got to weigh and judge everything. But I think for the Knicks fan, we're gonna have a good year, man. But we're gonna get a pop. We're gonna get off about 3 minutes before we can get ready. Get your munchies, get your food, get your wings, get your beer, get whatever you're gonna get to get to the game tonight. I got the New York Knicks tonight, 112 to 98. I'm going out like that. 112 to 98.
Oh, all right, Divine. All right.
I don't think our defense gonna give up 100 points in a preseason this year. So are they gonna play like they played in some league? I'm going 112 to 98. Cam Reddish 20 points.
I'm going big time this year, man. If we play anything like we've been playing, if we could get out there and run some pace, I think we're going to be closer to 121 to 102. I think if everything works out right, if everybody gets out there and play, the big guy tonight is going to be, aside from everybody else, I think tonight is going to be a night for Cam Reddish to shine. If Cam Reddish comes out there and shines tonight, I believe it'll be about 121 to like 102, 103.
Ooh, my man.
Well, I actually kind of like on lines of that 112 that Devon was just saying, but I'm looking at it more like 112, 104, 112, 102.
Hey,
so somewhere around there. I think Indiana can crack the 100, but I'm definitely going Knicks for the win, but 112 by 112, 104, man, somewhere around there. It could be even 108, could be even a little closer than that. Because both of these teams is just trying to get themselves back in the groove and stuff like that, and
right.
And you never know what you could have a slight dip this game and a slight this one getting up But it just can be a little unpredictable. But I do believe the Knicks got the mental toughness and the poise to pull it out in the end, man.
I'm gonna tell you, Facebook user got the blowout. He got 119 to 88. He ain't playing. He talking about
wow
31 points. Go get it. I hope it comes to fruition, bro. Real talk.
Well, I said 112, 104. If they get 119 to 88, I ain't got no problem with that.
Right.
I would be a happy man. You would not see a more happier man to be wrong about the score.
Yep, yeah, real talk.
Oh my God.
Go around the panel, man. We're gonna get out of here for everybody can get to the game, get ready, get comfortable, get relaxed, get it in, and watch some Knicks basketball. Shy Powers, talk to me, my brother.
You know, as always, Divine, salute to you. Jarvis, thank you for coming in and joining up with us. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Listen, guys, like I said earlier, man, hit some like buttons for us, man. Hit some subscribe buttons for us for some of the new people that I see in here and stuff like that. Subscribe to us, man. We're striving this year. We're going to be on pre-game. We're going to be on post-game. We're going to have some in-between games. I'm going to talk, me and Devon been chatting a little bit. There's going to be some other special stuff that we want to do this year. So let's get out there. Let's get it. And let's get a win tonight.
Man, Divine, one quick thing. Come on, Cam. I'm pulling for you, man. Come on, Cam. This is a great opportunity and a great moment, man, for you. I'm for one pulling for you to not be hurt, get hurt. Two, man, this is your time to show out, man. You're playing alongside, man, your partner from Duke, who you're very comfortable with. You should go into this game hungry, focused, and ready with a chip on your shoulder, just like they are.
Yes, fact.
So, man, I'm just looking for him because he was starting to play pretty good on that defensive end before he got hurt. So, but if they can keep that going on and build off of that, now the offense will come for him. But he can't kind of individual that kind of needs the ball in his hand, but he needs the offense in a way to where it's structured into a flow instead of just saying, okay, here Cam, just go score or go stand in the corner. I'm gonna give it to you. So, but he got the tools. I just want to see him put it together, man, all mentally, man. But this is a great opportunity for him. I'm gonna say something. If he doesn't get hurt tonight, and they give him about 20-something minutes with RJ, I'm gonna say Cam. I'm not Cam. Cam Reddish. I'm gonna give Cam Reddish about 18 points tonight.
Facts. Okay.
If he doesn't get hurt and they give him a considerable amount of minutes, man, they give him a real opportunity.
Okay. Well,
listen, I believe he's gonna get it. So let's get it, Knicks.
Yes, sir. Yo, salute to the chat, man. Thank y'all for coming in tonight. Y'all cats was on fire. D. Ross, my brother, Facebook.
Yes,
my man Eddie Alvarez, D. Cool. Aboriginal, my man, salute to you. Try to get y'all cats up here. John Cozio, or am I saying it right? John, I'm just gonna say John, pardon me. I gotta get that Oseko, I'm sorry. But let's keep it moving. Knicks fam, let's go. Salute to you. Fabian, happy birthday, brother.
Yes, once again.
You already know what it is. P Nice, salute to you. Eddie again, Sherman, thank you for coming in. Frank Matos, let's go Mets. Good look. Hey, your boy did it to us, Jarvis. I'm pissed off about that. Real tough. Peace to the God, a lot wide, a lot of peace, man. Salute to you, my brother. Everybody, man. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at, man. Yes, sir. International Andy, thank you for coming.
International Andy,
Agent Arg, Super Argo again, man. My brother. Everybody, Sean Hughes, my man, once again. But everybody, man, thank y'all for coming in. Cash out, James, JW. You know what it is, man. That's the family up in there. The chat is where it's at. Salute to Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it. We out. Divine, Sha, my man Jarvis came in the building with us tonight to hold it down, man. We appreciate you, Jarvis. We'll see you on the next one. Chat, enjoy the game. Let's go, Mets. Giants, 9:30 Sunday morning. They're in London, everybody. 9:30 Sunday morning. So y'all got to get up there, get out early. And we brought back Landon Collins. Good move, Giants. Salute to y'all for doing that. But listen, man, y'all enjoy it. Yeah, they bought back Landon Collins.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, real talk, man. Everybody, y'all go enjoy. Shy Powers, my brother. Jarvis, thank you, my man. Salute to the chat. Peace.
That's good.
Peace.
Time for divine shot, KJ events. This real talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Knicks shit, dripping in Knicks shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks real talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variant, dominant. Paying homage to the cat in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, you straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. My entourage be on the job, my energy. Keep me tripping in tempo. As they cook my game plan, let my brand for loop and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that the Knicks we know is pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we embrace the fan base, like the late Anthony Mace. We create the logo when there's airspace that appear like square space. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. There's 50 Jacksons on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like stars divine on Mount Mars. Knicks real talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks real talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks real talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks real talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks real talk.
We here.
Here we go,
in the
let's go.
building. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it.